when it comes to social media, I think you were telling me to, speaking of social media, uh, you were telling me to watch The Social Dilemma. And please do not get me wrong. I was trying to watch this like a few times, but I ended up like getting distracted and doing something else. But I did see a few interesting things about how they might put a algorithm together, and they don't really know like exactly how it's gonna draw people in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is like electronic or digital crack times
Well,
15,000. Like,
well, no, it's more so that it changes every day
hmm,
depending
yeah,
on
but what I'm
how
saying,
much
you
work
guys
on it.
know that you have this entity that's addictive. You know, the likes are akin to the slot machines and in a casino and all that. So once you become aware, you do things that will make people get addicted to these platforms. And now it's like you're looking at the ethics standpoint. Like, this is something that we know people are heavily addicted to. So from a moral standpoint, do I continue to participate in this or?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. Or do you win yourself off of it? Um, the problem is the world is the internet now, and that's the issue that they had in the movie or the that documentary, is that the internet overcame civilization. So,
Mm-hmm,
well, overthrew civilization. So it's like almost too much of a monster to stop
mm-hmm,
now. You know what I mean? Um,
mm-hmm,
it's affecting everybody to the point where the people that's not being affected by it is being affected by it because they're close or related to somebody who's being affected by it. So
mm-hmm.
it's crazy to the point where um, I don't know. It's just like now.
But see, I think that too I think the addiction is so crazy that I feel like it could be worse than the actual controlled substance. And here's why. I think that now the majority of people who use social media have made like a silent agreement to where we're willing to give up certain rights to enjoy the luxury of social media. So what I mean by that is, okay, we're aware that when we're speaking on the phone with somebody about cat litter, once we go on Facebook, we're going to see advertisements for cat litter. That's not just ironic. Like, anybody could put two and two together and know that there's certain things that they're taking from your device in order to market different products to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so with us now, after a few years, being aware that that happens and still utilizing these platforms, it's like, okay, so we've given up certain privacy rights in order to have the luxury of using social media for our entertainment.
Well, doesn't it become the belief of the no harm, no foul? Because um, Amazon does it; they sell your information or whatever, but
Hmm.
people don't care because it's convenient. You could get your stuff faster. Um,
Right.
the Google that does it, you might have just been talking about kitty litter, but guess what? You might actually need kitty litter, and now it's at the palm of your hands to go order it.
It
So
is.
it's just what evil things are being done with that information is what we need to know. We know it's going on, but what
Or
evil
there's been
things are
times where I might not even said it out loud. I might have been thinking it and I
because
see it.
because
But because they analyze my patterns.
hmm
Okay, so what if I was looking at YouTube videos about hair, then all of a sudden on my Facebook there's advertisements for hair or makeup or whatever popping up on my news feed. That kind of make me uncomfortable, but it's not uncomfortable enough to stop using these platforms.
well, they see also when you're scrolling what how much many seconds you spend on a post. and
Mhm.
that right there will let them know what to market you for too. So
Mhm.
if you're scrolling, you see something about hair, and you spend 2 more seconds on it than normal, then they're gonna throw hair at you for the next how many posts, you know? So,
Yeah, and I was looking at the I didn't finish it. I got partially through it, but Joe Rogan has a new interview with Edward Snowden,
mm-hmm,
and like he was talking about the importance of these patterns and how it's not necessarily they don't necessarily want to listen to what you're saying, or they're modern monitoring your habits. Like, we know that if you weren't on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube at this hour, then you were sleeping.
mm-hmm,
Then boom, in the morning, you get up at 6:45 in the morning. Why? Because you're starting to scroll through Facebook or YouTube or whatever it is.
mm-hmm,
And then you instant message this person, or you call this person and you talk to them for this many minutes, and they're looking at your patterns as a person versus not necessarily what you're posting per se, but your patterns as a person, which,
mm-hmm.
I mean,
Because
I
that'll
think,
be patterns will help you predict the future.
right, but we do it. Even in relationships, we do it. Because when you think about it on a smaller scale, even before any sort of social media, when you're in a relationship with somebody, if they don't call you at a certain time, or if they don't come home at a certain time,
You thinking of what's filling that void?
yeah, yeah, you cheating. Because we know human beings are pretty much creatures of habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you deviate from that pattern or habit, what
But
what's going
what if
on?
you're a
What are you
person?
doing?
What if you're a person that's pattern is not having a pattern, just doing stuff sporadically?
Nah.
There's people like that. What are they called? Free birds.
I mean, I guess, but I feel like those people will be the minority.
Yeah.
Most people are creatures of habit, and um, look for a sense of stability. And with instability, you're going to maintain the same habits and patterns throughout your days, typically. So,
Mm-hmm.
and once you deviate from them, it's like, aha, what are they doing? You know? So, I don't know. So I definitely got to finish the social dilemma. But even when I finish the social dilemma, am I going to get off social media? Probably not.
I don't remember. You try to throw that phone away from you. Throw that thing over there. At least for a little bit.
Because even if I didn't have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like, I'm still going to have a fire stick. I'm still going to be doing something
It's the
to
black mirror, man. We
some
got to get.
sort of capacity.
It's
So
the black mirror. The screen is the black mirror. We got to get away from the screen.
we do got to get away from the screen.
That's just it does something to our mind.
It does. Um, I don't know.
It's knowledge on that beat.